So first thing the rider's going to need is certainly a good drink. You know, if you can get a sports drink and get some electrolytes into you straight away, that might be a great thing for energy. Spare reins are always very important. You might not need them. Hopefully you won't need them, but they're definitely an important thing to have. For me, spare gloves is important. If you can have a spare pair of gloves, your gloves might have got really sweaty and you just can't dry them off in time. A spare pair of gloves is always great. A towel to wipe down your reins if you're going to keep the same ones. Really important, you don't want to be going out with slippery reins. Some people might not wear their airbag out on the roads and tracks and steeplechase, but they might want their airbag for their cross country. Definitely might need some spare leathers down there. It's one of those things that hopefully, again, you will never need. You've checked your stitching before you've gone, but if you've got some spare leathers, then you're not going to be in trouble. You also want to make sure that you have any extra aids that you might need, maybe a little tiny pair of spurs, or if you haven't carried a whip out on the roads and tracks and steeplechase, maybe having a little legal whip. And then if you're a bit of a fashionista and you don't want to go out there bold in case you've lost your hat silk, maybe a spare hat silk. So obviously one of the main things you're going to be doing with your horse in this area is washing it off. So you want to make sure you have sponges, sweat scrapers, and your own bucket. There might be water down there, but you'll be able to find this out beforehand. You also want to make sure you have got a head collar and lead rope, because you definitely will be wanting to put this on your horse and lead it around. So you want to make sure you have a rug down there. You don't know, you might be down there for 10 minutes, but there might be a hold on the cross-country course. You might be down there for even longer. You want to make sure you've got a spare numnah, and you don't know if your horse has got really sweated up. Maybe it's been a hot day, your horse got a little bit anxious. You might want to take the saddle off and put a spare numnah on once you've washed your horse off. You definitely want spare shoes with stud holes in as well. Maybe shoes from your last set, because there will be a farrier down there and the farrier will be able to quickly put these on in the 10-minute box. If you don't have your own set of shoes, it's going to be tricky. Studs are such an important thing to have down in the 10-minute box. You might have put studs in for phase A, B, and C, and your horse might have lost some and you need to replace these, or you might not have put some in. It is roads and tracks. You will be going on the roads and across the country on phase A, B, and C. So you might want studs to put in, or slightly bigger studs to put in for the cross country. Within this, you want maybe taps, spanners, in case something has got lodged in one of the stud holes. I think if you can, to have spare boots, maybe especially spare overreach boots down the 10-minute box. Your horse might have accidentally pulled one off out on phases A, B, and C, to have them down there ready to go out on the cross country.